Are fats good, bad for kids? Should we be giving them more? Should we be giving them less? What's the deal on this thing? I'm Dr. Steve. Welcome to The Connected Life. Let's deal with this question. Hey, welcome to the segment on the Q&A Connected Life. I have a question here from Colleen, and Colleen wrote, what is the role of dietary fat for prevention of disease and its role in a child's brain development? Awesome question, Colleen. So let's address that. Let's talk about kids' brain development and their health. In the first year of life, they have a neurological development of 95% of their nervous system is developed in that first year of life. So massive amounts of brain and neurological activity that is happening in that first year. Think of the learning that goes on from laying with their mom to sitting, to crawling, to standing, to taking in vocabulary and learning and beginning the process of learning how to move and the motor skills and talking. And so there is such a massive amount of influx for the neurological system in terms of its primitive development. And then really within the first 2 years of life, they learn how to walk and talk, and a lot of the essentials for mobility and independence are starting to set early on in those first couple years of life. They also, that's the only time of life where the body weight actually doubles. So there's a huge amount of growth in that time period where the body is doing a massive amount of building and growing. So that comes down to the dietary fat. Where am I going with that? Well, if you look at breast milk, which definitely we are designed to feed for anywhere between 2 to 5 years, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, 5 years is a global average. But let's just say 2 years. In that 2-year time frame, if you look at the constitution of breast milk, there's over 50% of fats in breast milk. That means that nature innately has this set up that the organism, the child, the being, receives over 50% of its nutrients from fat intake to support this body and neurological growth. So are fats essential for brain function? I would conclude they are. Now, there's obviously different types of fats, which I'll leave you to explore, but I want you to get the concept of early childhood development, neurological development, brain health, and how nature has it set up that you're receiving over 50% of your nutrients from fats from the mother's breast milk. So I would say that's hugely important. And also, if you look at the constitution of breast milk, also a huge water percentage. So water and fats are huge for the development and growth neurologically, developmentally. So from a dehydrated state to a fat-deprived state are recipes for decrease in brain health, for decreased brain function if you're dehydrated and missing fats. So it's definitely it appears to be a very important part that nature feels is important in terms of your brain development and your neurological prowess in life. So take that for what it's worth in terms of whether you conclude fats are important for brain health. But I would say that I tend to trust how nature has things set up. And if nature feels that breast milk should have over 50% fats included in there and a load of hydration in there, I would say that that's probably good enough for me, waiting for the loads of research to continue to come out. I like to default to nature's rules first, and then let's see what research produces. Remember, when research comes in, there can be often biases associated with research. Different companies have different leverage points in different research. So I come with an extremely skeptical eye when it comes to research, but I lower my skepticism when it comes to nature, because nature's been around for many, many, many years, and it has its own design. And so I like to see how closely I could follow nature and kind of honoring and respecting nature's rules. And so when you look at the birth process and breast milk and child development, you'll see that fats play an essential role in that. So hope that answers your question, Colleen, and look forward to the next Q&A. Feel free to throw more questions on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'd be great, and we'd love to see you on the inside. Take care, and head on over to stephenfonso.com for more information. Take care.